Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the next flea market toy hunting adventure. This was the Sunday of the weekend that belonged actually to I don't know if it was last week's video or like the last flea market video I uploaded. That was the Saturday and this is the Sunday to it, but these are completely separate from each other. I have a new haul for you here. And you know, let's just start. Maybe quickly. It was the normal Sunday like Beast of flea market that is happening every 2 weeks, and I go there very often, and my friend Cotton Candy Kittens goes there very often. So yeah, that was also one of those occasions when we then met up later in the day. And actually she wanted to show me also one of her favorite flea markets that is just happening like once a month and is not very advertised on like, you know, on the typical flea market websites or anything. So I was like really intrigued and interested in that one because I had never heard of it before. Berlin has so many flea markets, you might not believe it. Every freaking weekend there's so many flea markets happening, and not every flea market is like easy to find, you know, online. Not every flea market is like, you know, shown on the typical flea market websites. Some are advertised on, you know, the specific Facebook website or whatever, and some don't have any internet presence at all and are just, you know, you find a flyer or something. But there's so many regular ones, and there's so many that happen like every 2 weeks or every like once a month or every week, or some happening then, I don't know, every weekend. So Berlin is really, really nice for like flea markets, but it really depends which flea markets you're going to. Like there's still lots of flea markets which have, you know, just private, not just, but a lot of private sellers. I always like the mix best when it's like a mix of private sellers and vendors, because not always private sellers has the best prices. Sometimes the vendors, that's their job, whatever, they sometimes also have good prices. So I have kind of my, you know, set of which flea markets I like to go to, but I love to discover new ones. But first, let's start with Beasthof.
Unsere Interessen haben sich einfach, die waren nur am Feiern, ich war schon am Arbeiten, weißt du, hab da schon so ein bisschen den Fokus gesetzt und ja, hat sich nicht mehr so gepasst. Ja, aber manchmal ist es auch gut, weil wenn ich manchmal sehe, was genau, und ob das so ein guter Umgang denn war, weißt du, oder ob das dann nur Schein war, ob das richtige Freunde waren und so. Hi,
wie viel kosten die?
Die 3?
Ja.
15 €.
Für alle zusammen?
Ja.
Und was mit denen hier? Ich weiß gar nicht, wo waren die mal zu irgendeinem Spiel oder irgendwas?
Kann ich dir tatsächlich nicht sagen.
Nee.
Also ich habe so damit gespielt früher.
Ja, also so ein bisschen wie...
Für den Pack.
Würdest du, wenn ich die nehme und das 15 machen?
Nee, das ist zu
wenig. Zu wenig.
Mal die Jurassic Park Figuren,
ja.
Die sind aus den 90er Jahren.
Nee, die sind auch cool.
18 könnte ich dir nur anbieten. Für alle.
Ich frage mich, ob die... Ach, lass die hier, vielleicht ist noch jemand Turtles-Sammler.
Ja. Okay.
Weil ich kann mir vorstellen, ja, das ist so ein bisschen wie dieser Army Man und dann einfach nur als Turtles. Das ist cool, aber ich glaube, die beiden, mal gucken, weil hatte der nicht diesen Kragen auch drum? Ich glaub,
das kann ich dir nicht sagen.
Ich
glaube, da kannst du Wasser drin füllen.
Ja, den, genau. Aber so habe ich ihn halt schon, deswegen das ist ein bisschen...
Ja, aber ja. So. Warum? Und hier wirst du wenigstens so auch mal die Masse los. War jetzt, du kannst nicht alles bei eBay Kleinanzeigen und bei eBay einstellen, das dauert ja Monate.
Ja. Aber kannst du für die beiden machen? Also du hättest ja sonst wahrscheinlich 10 gesagt, aber würdest du hier 8 machen oder so? Oder 9?
Ja, der 9.
Ja, dann nehme ich die mit, weil die fehlen mir. It kind of started slow, honestly. I don't even remember if I filmed anything before these two guys, and I was really happy about these two guys, and they're good finds. But honestly, I don't remember if there was anything else that I filmed before. I was there as always very early when most of the people are just setting up, which is always around 7 to 7:30, around that time I'm arriving there, depending on which train or which bus, etc. I take. And I was already like, nah, there's somehow nothing, because I had almost made the whole round. But then I saw this table and I was guessing this would be a, like, you know, professional vendor there. and I was guessing his prices would be high, but apparently it wasn't. So he's probably just doing it like, I don't know, once a year or something. So not a professional vendor. And he wanted €5 per dinosaur. He had like another one. And of course, these are Jurassic Park dinosaurs. They're not just any old dinosaurs. And the Jurassic Park ones can be somewhat pricey. So like €5 for them is already a kind of a good price. He had one more, but one that I had found quite often, and that is like, it's the water squitter Dilophosaurus, and I think it's always missing the the collar thing, and this one was as well, so I didn't want to pick it up. And I tried to negotiate a little bit, so I think I got these then for €8 if I'm not mistaken, or for €9. No, I think it was €8. Either way, €5 or €4 per dinosaur, it's still a good price. This one I actually do have already. I couldn't leave it because it's kind of my favorite. It's the young T-Rex. Both are actually from the first Jurassic Park movie, so from 1993. Kenner made these toys. I was hoping that I could get off the artificial blood on him, because this is not original. He did not come with bloody teeth or blood all over his body and wounds, etc. This is the only wound that is original, but I could see why like children were like inspired by this, and then like putting all sorts of other wounds on him and making him bloody teeth. I can't get this off. I guess this was put on with edding, and whatever I tried, I was just then removing the original paint underneath, and yeah, so I would just leave him like this. He's also a little bit, not ripped, but coming apart here. Probably should glue him together. And of course, this dino damage thing is missing. So of course, you always find them like this. Actually, originally there was a piece, like a puzzle piece, that would fit over it. And then you could pretend they're fighting, and this is ripped open. I've never found one that has this piece, the puzzle piece to it, but whatever. I just really like this one. I would also love to find the big T-Rex from the first movie. I mean, in the first movie there isn't even a juvenile one, but there were lots of dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park line that were not actually in the movie. And this one is a real nice one. The sculpt is so good. It looks so, I love it. Come on. And I love the feel. The bigger ones have this dinosaur feel. They are so, they really feel like rubbery, like a real animal or something. I don't know. So I'm still not 100% sure if I keep it, because I do have it, but I don't know, 2 T-Rex is better than 1, I guess. Because like I would also guess, even if I would bring him to a toy show and to try to sell him there, he is probably not gonna bring a lot of money, because he's damaged. He has red paint on him, but whatever. This one is one that I did not have, and this is also another one that's not in the movie. This is a Dimetrodon, which technically isn't even a dinosaur. It's kind of an older creature. It's not really specified as a dinosaur, but it was in the Jurassic Park 1993 Kenner line, and it's a cool one, and I have lots of memories also with this creature. It was like, I think, one of my favorite pages in my dinosaur book. Not even in my book. I do have still my old dinosaur book, but in my dinosaur coloring book that I had, and I colored them very colorful. Probably that's also very colorful, and I really like this. So Dimetrodon, also from the 1993 Kenner line. He has a snapping jaw mechanism here. Is it activated by something? I don't even think so. But I'm not very super knowledgeable with the action features on these dinosaurs. Sometimes they have action features and I don't know how to activate them. It just looks good, and I don't have this. And I love dinosaurs. I've spoken about this before. Dinosaurs were like kind of my first thing that I was into when I was super young. That was even before actually the Jurassic Park movies aired, because I'm born in 1988, and the Jurassic Park movie came out in 1993, and I was already into dinosaurs when I was super young, like 2 years old or something. I had my first coloring book was a dinosaur coloring book, and I learned all of those names of the Latin dinosaur names and all. I loved dinosaurs, and I remember it like it was today that my parents went into the theater to see Jurassic Park then, and I was not allowed to come with them, which made sense. I would have been super scared. I would have this would not have been a good movie for me. Like, trust me, I was always super scared by stuff like that, and I was more into, you know, Land Before Time, such movies. But I remember it like I had an idea what the movie would look like. I just imagined it to be like I don't know how I came up with this, like a T-Rex and a Stegosaurus kind of fighting in the sunlight or something. Of course that's not happening in Jurassic Park, but I remember exactly what I imagined the movie to look like. And my sister Dani was kind of babysitting me that day. I remember it clearly. Whatever, there's a long like history with me and dinosaurs, and also with Jurassic Park, because when we had the movie then later on VHS, I don't even really remember if we had the first one on VHS, but definitely the second one, and I loved that and I watched that, and that's kind of still kind of my favorite, although I know the first one is better. And I also like the Jurassic World movies and all of that. So anyways, let's get back to the flea market. Nehmen Sie für die Kleinen?
Geben Sie mir €1 für beide. Ja, mache ich.
And I'm returning here with dinosaurs, but super colorful ones. Not very realistic ones. I cannot even really tell you much about them, other than that I kind of have a memory of them as a child. I have also like 1 or 2 more of them already picked up at flea markets over the time. And my guess is that these were made by Simba Toys in the 90s and came in blind bags. That's like, I don't know how. I have the feeling they were laying on the counter of our old like toy store here in my area. We just had a super small toy store, like a local one, and they were in like silver plastic little blind bags, each at a time. This is what I remember, because like this I also remember getting some of these mer babies. I think they're also from Simba, aren't they? But I have the feeling these came in these blind bags, but they have no marking at all, which I mean that's typical. If it is Simba, then there will be no markings. I mean, very rarely there's markings from Simba, especially of that time. But I think they're charming and they're colorful and they scream early 90s. So that's why I like them. Here it's weird that this foot is discolored. I tried to look also from the inside. I mean, you cannot really look on the inside, but there's nothing like from the inside that is dirty or so. It's also not dirty from the outside. It's just that this foot has discolored. I don't know why, but I think they're funny. And they can go into this shelf that I have with all of these fakey elephants, fakey toys, glow in the dark, whatever. They can join this colorful collection there. At this point, this was still the point when I was really like also, I mean, I had found these two, but then I was like, maybe I don't find much else. Let's grab these. These are fun.
Wieder auf Yachten, alte Pipis.
Ja.
Sag mal, was willst du
hier? Fakey.
Hallo?
But this is the toy box stand, so pretty sure they're not cheap. Die sind aber schön.
Jo,
Was willst du denn dafür haben?
gib mir 10 ab pro Stück.
Weißt du was, das mache ich.
Ich denke, das wird.
Die habe ich nämlich nicht. Ich habe 2 von den ganz großen und das nimmt einfach so viel Platz weg. Das finde ich ein fairer Preis. Oh my god. I was so happy when I saw them laying there. And then for a short amount of time, I was not so happy because I saw who was selling them. Not that I don't like him. It's the guy who owns the store Toy Box. I know him like from long time ago already. I've bought stuff from him at flea markets or also in his store. So Toy Box is a toy store. He also is a seller at Toyplosion, same as I am doing. So, but I know he isn't super cheap. That's why I was like, I don't know. It's him. Probably they're not cheap. But he said, oh, for you I make like €10 per doll. And when I heard that, I was kind of super relieved because that's a good price. That's a fine price for me. I found a sticker in their hair that said 15. So originally he probably for everyone else or whatever he would have asked like 15. But he immediately went down to like, would you take, I make it €10 per doll. Is that fine? Yes. I took €20 bill out of my wallet, gave it to him, and was happy because this is something I want to find at the flea market. I've never, ever, ever found one of the small Rainbow Brite dolls at the flea market. I found one of the dresses and I found the big Rainbow Brite doll at the flea market. But, and I found like one Sprite or something. So Rainbow Brite is not something that I find very often, but I would love to have more, especially now that I know more about the characters and about the story, because I have all of those cassette tapes. Yeah, that's what I kind of often found at the flea market, the Rainbow Brite cassette tapes. So I'm absolutely into this, and it's amazing that I have the main character here, because this is also the correct size. I think that could ride on Starlight, so the horse that I also have. I think because the big Rainbow Brite doll is way too big for Starlight. This one I've also found at the flea market. It was I think my very first Rainbow Brite thing. They are so good. They are the smallest size of Rainbow Brite dolls that was available. So, I mean, of course, you probably have heard of Rainbow Brite. This is the main character. This is Rainbow Brite. This is one of the color kids, or one of her friends, called Indigo, or in German, they were called differently. In German, this is Regina Regenbogen, and this is Nina Nachtigall. And Rainbow Brite was kind of done, or was like invented. The characters were like designed by Hallmark on Hallmark cards, and then licensed out to Mattel, and Mattel made these dolls. They made dolls in 3 different sizes: large, medium, and small, and these are the small ones. They're also called the dress-up ones because they have some fashions that you can remove, like these pants or this dress. There's some other ones, or just I don't know. Maybe the last wave was just called the dress-up ones. But whatever, they definitely have some removable fashions. But yeah, it's very good if you find them with the fashions, of course. And these are like 9 inches or like 22.8 centimeters, so like around 23 centimeters, and they are a really nice size to collect. I think I've never seen one of the mid-sized ones, but a couple of them are these. They are so big, like really, and they are hard to display and everything. And these are so fine and so nice. They're also in so good condition. Like both of them have their little hair ribbons. They were not much dirty, a little bit in the face, it just, came off super easy. They have all of their fashions. I love this iridescent material. Nina Nachtigall Indigo has it here. Look at these cute little shoes. I mean, they're stitched on, you can't lose them. The hairstyle, they're so adorable. And I couldn't be happier. This was already then, when I at first didn't find anything, then at least dinosaurs and some little dinosaurs. But when I found this, I was like, I'm done. I could actually go home and be absolutely happy because I found these. I mean, it was, I don't know if you still consider it out in, I mean, it is out in the wild, right? Someone else could have been there before me and could have gotten them before me. They are difficult to sit up here. I always lean them against something. Ta-da. But I still consider it out in the wild. Because sometimes I'm like, if it is a professional toy seller, then it's not super, thrifty how you found it, but whatever. Flea market, I got them, and they were good prices because I think online they go for a little more. They're not super expensive or anything, but yeah. Let's go back to the flea market. Oh, that's the one I have. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It's a shadow high. And I love the OMG Fierce, but not this character. I have this character in the other form. Oh yeah. What's this?
Was kostet mal ein PKW?
Ah, that's probably all from the Nana.
Preise sind unterschiedlich.
Ach so.
Da gibt es keinen bestimmten Restpreis.
Sag mal jetzt einfach.
Für welchen denn
One
zum
of the
Beispiel?
fakes. One of the movie turtle fakes. All new. Some games.
Der, für die wollten wir 30 haben. Ja.
Ja, mal gucken, was da so drin ist. Ach, das ganz Große, das habe ich. Das wäre ja nichts für mich, aber
Ah, süß.
ja. Wobei ich habe es mit bisschen geschnittenen Haaren.
Ja, das Brite ist süß.
Ja, das ist geil. So sitzt. Das sitzt.
Na, süß.
Das ist aber schwupsi. Was haben wir denn hier alles? Oh, ich glaube, man kann die mal ganz raus irgendwie machen. Ja, stimmt das. Mhm. Ach ja, die gehören zusammen.
Hallo?
5 Euro.
Leider habe ich alle schon.
Die hast du alle
Ja,
schon?
die habe ich leider alle schon.
Die sind noch
Aber-
Schuhe und
Aber von den, vielleicht von den ganz kleinen nicht. Also,
sowas ist süß.
ja, das ist cool, das Heftchen. Wobei, das habe ich tatsächlich auch. Aber ich habe ja ziemlich viel. Und hier ist noch das hier drin, stimmt. Das ist das, was du mir letztes Mal mitgebracht hast aus Amerika.
Dann vielleicht Barbie-Kiste.
Barbie-Kiste kann ich natürlich auch noch mal gucken.
Dann kannst du ja vielleicht
Ja,
mal rumkommen.
ja. Ich meine, bei den kleinen hier würde ich mal gucken, ob da noch was dabei ist, was ich nicht habe. Das ist natürlich. Ich glaube, das habe ich auch nicht, aber das sieht mir irgendwie. Die Farbe ist so komisch. Das ist nicht verfärbt. Na, oft sind die, und wenn die lange in der Sonne gestanden haben oder so, dann verfärben die sich so in so einen bräunlichen Ton oder so. Das sah so ein bisschen aus, aber das ist gar nicht verfärbt. Dann wäre das vielleicht doch ein, weil das habe ich nicht. Aber den kleinen kann ich mich immer nicht erinnern, welche ich habe und welche nicht. Ich denke aber, ich habe die auch alle. Gibt kaum noch welche, die ich nicht habe. Ja, die habe ich auch. Wie viel willst du denn überhaupt dafür haben? Ich habe jetzt noch gar nicht gefragt.
Ja, kommt drauf an. Also
Ja.
ich würde ja so einen Preis machen für alle dann.
Ach so, oder für alle, ja, das ist natürlich. Ich gehe mal.
Euro.
Ich würde mal kurz dann nach hinten rumgehen, wenn du sagst, das sind noch Ponys, nicht Ponys, Barbies. Also das, theoretisch ja, das eine halt, das mit den ganz langen Haaren, das gräuliche, das würde ich wahrscheinlich nehmen. Geschnittener Pony.
Mädels, fahrt ihr auch noch runter in die Tiefgarage, bitte?
Kleid ist schön. Oh, Nutcracker. Von dem Movie.
Ja,
Die sind immer beliebt. Ja. Oh,
das ist die Schatan.
ja, na klar. Aber ich sehe nur Kleider, ich sehe gar nicht die Puppen dazu.
Na, die eine.
Ja, aber
Vorhin auch nur das Songbird-Kleid gesehen.
weil das
Hier ist auch irgendwas vom Film, wa?
nee, das ist noch
das
davor. Das ist von dem Sleeping Beauty Barbie. Da gab es tatsächlich keinen Film. Da gibt es aber Gerüchte, dass es einen hätte geben sollen, einen Film.
Ja.
Wäre der erste vielleicht gewesen.
Das Oberteil kenne ich auch. So viel weiß ich.
Ja, deswegen, ich sehe gar nicht, ich sehe nur die Kleidung
so ist das
dazu.
ja oft mit den
Ja, deswegen. Aber
Soll ich sonst mal was hier rüber stapeln? Ein paar große Sachen.
Der Transfer ist kleiner? Nee. Genau. Du bist auch kein großer, ne? Genau.
diese ganzen Fairytopia-Geschichten. Das Kleid ist halt super. Und das Kleid ist in einem besseren Zustand als meins tatsächlich. Hier ist noch eine ältere. Nein, doch nicht. Doch, das ist die.
Die gehört
Das gehört zu dem Oberteil. Ja, ne?
Die,
Das ist die Cool Blue. Cool Blue.
Cool Blue, so.
Also das ist die Barbie. Ich glaube, das ist das. Nee, das ist die Barbie, das ist nicht die Skipper. Ja, die ist natürlich super, weil die sehr komplett ist. Vielleicht.
Schönes Gesicht.
Ja.
Erinnert mich sehr an die Ariane Grande Barbie. Da ist noch eine semi-ältere.
Ah, das ist, dass die mit dem Hund kam, glaube ich. Das ist von 2001 oder 2 oder so. Pet and Groom, irgendwie so. Diese Mini Kingdom. Ja, ich finde die auch süß, aber es ist halt auch nicht so, dass halt alles Barbie Movie Era. Ja. Sind halt schöne Sachen, aber es ist alles halt nicht so ganz meins. Auch das Kleid. Wo sind die ganzen Barbies dazu? Die hat er leider
Da ist
geschnitten.
noch eine Kiste mit Gedöns.
Alles neueres Zeug.
Ah, hier ist noch ein. Nee, das gehört hier mit dran. Ich dachte schon, so ein Schalldings, so ein dünnes.
Also die würde ich wahrscheinlich eventuell nehmen. Weil ich habe die Hose dazu. Ich habe die Hose dazu.
Und die Mütze.
Hab ich
Oder
die
den
auch?
Rucksack irgendwie.
Den Rucksack habe ich,
Ja.
den Rucksack, genau. Genau, die Mütze habe ich nicht.
Ich wusste irgendwas hast.
Ja, den Rucksack habe ich, richtig. Das ist der grüne Rucksack. Ich bin immer so verwirrt, dass die grüne Accessoires hat, wo die Cool Blue heißt, aber die hat eine blaue Hose.
Ich habe geholfen.
Ah, hier ist die. Guck, das ist die von dem blauen Kleid, wo auch immer es jetzt ist. Die Sleeping Beauty, ja genau, von dem Kleid ist
Da
das.
siehst du die Muskeln.
Nee, nicht von dem Kleid. Von dem Kleid, hier ist es. Von dem Kleid, die gehört zu dem Kleid. Die ist auch super schön. Ich mag die Feen auch gerne. Die habe ich neulich gerade gefunden. Die habe ich gerade gekauft neulich.
Sehe ich auch viel, die Feen, die sind
Ja.
süß.
Hier ist noch eine. Nee, das ist. Achso, das ist wieder sie.
Oh, was ist das Glitzerige?
Ja, ich weiß jetzt auch nicht, das habe ich eben schon in der Hand gehabt, aber es ist irgendwie bloß eine Tasche.
Hier ist irgendwie.
Was sind das hier? Flügel? Schon vom Pferd.
Schade, dass das Bread halt mit rosa oder irgendwas
Ja.
mitgenommen. Ich habe vorhin tatsächlich auch Barbie, also in erster Linie Ariel, aber so mitgenommen, weil da war noch, also ich jetzt erst in der zweiten Runde, was vorher noch nicht draußen war, eine Pocahontas ist noch frisch im Outfit.
Ich habe gestern schon ganz viele Pocahontas zurückgelassen. Brauche ich nicht. Verkaufen sich auch nicht. Also auch nicht auf der Toyplosion, meine ich. Aber letztes Jahr schon.
Jemanden noch was zum Tauschen.
Ja. Ich habe gestern schon extrem viele Barbies wieder mitgenommen. Also auch
Das habe ich gesehen, toll.
Ja.
Aber
Und da habe ich auch so viele noch zurückgelassen. Was ist da? Teen, was? Ach, Teen Cup. Ich habe Teen Talk verstanden.
nein.
Ist halt schade, dass die ganzen Barbies nicht. Ja, wirklich. Es ist halt. Es sind viele auch schöne Kleidungsstücke, aber. Yeah, at that point, my friend Cotton Candy Kittens and I had finally met up because it was, I mean, sometimes we immediately meet, like in my first, I don't know, I'm walking 10 meters at the flea market and we already meet, and sometimes it takes longer. And that was one of those occasions where we didn't really meet very early in the day. And when I was calling her because I had seen that she had called me before, and she was like, "Yeah, did you see the box with G3 ponies?" I was like, "Wait, no, I didn't see any G3 ponies." So she kind of told me, "Yeah, you have to go there and then there behind, like we're on the left side where the toilets are, and then to the almost at the end." I was like, "I was already there. I hadn't seen anything." And we met up then there, and yeah, it was actually one of the sellers that probably hadn't fully packed out everything when I was at that point, because I hadn't seen any ponies or Barbies, because they also had Barbies, you saw that before. It felt then, you know, this always, I mean, I'm super happy that my friend helps me out because she's not collecting G3 ponies, and she's not super into Barbies. She sometimes picks up Barbies and all, but then she always helps me out, of course, when there's stuff that I like, that I might be more into than she is. But at the same time, I also always feel like a super loser when I didn't find it and someone has to guide me to it. And I'm like, I wish I would have found it on my own. I'm so stupid, can't even find these ponies. But I guess they were not out at that point when I was there. I don't know. Or they hadn't like had them somewhere behind the table and I couldn't see it. I mean, I don't ask every single seller, do you have ponies? Do you have ponies? Do you have ponies? So I didn't see them. The truth is I didn't even pick up a lot of ponies there. I was hoping it would be, you know, that there would be more ponies that I didn't have or whatever, but I was like, the more I looked through this, it wasn't even a box, I think it was more a bag. I was like, oh, I have this, 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 I have this. And even every single little Ponyville figure I did have. There was just one pony that I did not have, and this is the one that I picked up. Of course, I could have picked up the others as doubles for trade and whatever, but honestly, G3 ponies, not a lot of people want to trade G3 ponies. Not a lot of people like, I mean, I kind of sold them quite well last year at Toyplosion, but then again, I also wasn't asking much money. So if I would have picked them up there, I couldn't even, maybe I could have just gotten back the money. So I didn't feel that this was like a need to pick up doubles at this point. And I'm also like, when I saw her, I was immediately like, she's discolored, right? So I didn't even want to pick up her, but then they were like, I was like looking at the back, and the back has the same color as the front. And then also my friend Cotton Candy Kittens and the other says, oh no, she's not discolored, she looks like this. And I'm like, okay, blah, blah. And then I bundled in more Barbies, you're gonna see the Barbies. But honestly, she is discolored. I was right, my first gut feeling was correct that she is discolored. I think in the viewfinder she still looks somewhat purple. Yeah, she looks kind of purple, but in person she looks gray. She looks totally gray. I was like, okay, that's not, and then, oh, that's like an interesting color for the pony, right? Yeah, but she is actually very discolored. Interesting that like my viewfinder now like picks it up very, very purple still, but she in person she's gray. And it's not just one side is discolored. She looks like this all around. Maybe photos also don't give her justice, and maybe she is a little more gray, but I think she is a little discolored. She's one of the super long hair ponies, and her name is Petal Blossom. So this is her cutie mark, and of course she's a G3 pony. So she is from 2004, so the second year that G3 ponies were released. And I mean, I cannot tell if she's from 2004 and 2005. I think there were 3 different releases of her that all look the same. At least I cannot tell the difference. She has the heart here and the magnet. Maybe there's a variant that doesn't have the heart or whatever. And she is one of the super long hair ponies. So long hair and tinsel. So I was like, maybe I curl the hair to kind of, you know, keep it a little more like, you know, manageable. And it looks very cute. So with the streak, I'm not even sure where I want to put it. maybe better click to the back here. There's nothing else that I can tell you about her. She's lovely. I like G3 ponies. They're from the 2000s. They're not super, you know, nostalgic for me because I didn't grow up with them, but they are the generation that looks the most like G1. So I guess I was very happy that there was one pony that I didn't have, but at the same time it felt like I didn't even found it on my own, and secondly I was like, she's discolored. So I don't know, it is not the best find, but at least she hasn't disintegrating hair or anything like that, because that also sometimes happens with G3s. That would have been the cherry on the top. Then I would have been kind of disappointed with this pickup. I, as I said, picked up a couple of Barbie fashions and 2 dolls. One of them definitely is a good find for me, which is her cool blue Barbie. And then I picked up one more doll just for the heck of it, because I was like, last year at Toyplosion, the movie dolls sold pretty well that I had. And she is kind of, not complete, but she has her outfit. That's why I also picked up her. Let's maybe start with the fashions. The seller was absolutely okay with me undressing some of the dolls and just getting the fashions, because like weirdly enough there were a couple of fashions from, you know, more the early and mid 90s, but most of the dolls were 2000 dolls. So I picked up these 2. This is an upgrade for me. This is the dress from Songbird Barbie. Songbird Barbie is from 1995. Released probably in 1996, and I have her. I also have this dress, but my dress is not in a very good condition. It's very, you know, what is the word when it's not stiff anymore? What's the opposite of stiff? Sloppy, I don't know. And then all of these flowers are like hanging, and it even looks a little, not really discolored, but a little grayish. And this is in a really, really nice condition, so I can put this on my doll. So that was a good find. The next one is something that I found pretty often already. I've also found this doll very often, but I also cannot leave it. It's one of my favorite dolls. And this is in a pretty good condition. Only the straps here are like very like ruffled up here. I don't know how you call this. This is doesn't look nice anymore, but I mean, I guess I can do something about it. This is the dress that goes to the 1989 or 88, 89 Style Magic Barbie, or no, Super Style actually. In the US it's called Style Magic, and the dolls look a little different. This is the Super Style version of Europe. And this is the version and the variant of this dress that has the little gemstone here. There is another variant that just have these dots, and they just go one further here in the same shape of the gemstone. I prefer this variant, though I have just found this variant once before, and all of the other dresses that I found were the other variant where they had the little silver dots just here. So maybe someone needs this, and it's not in a better condition than mine, because mine is way better. But I decided, yeah, if there's something like early 90s or late 80s even in there, I'm gonna grab this. As I said, she was fine with just selling also single dresses. She is kind of the best find because I had like a bunch of her outfit pieces already. Not this hat. This hat is not her original. She is wearing a beanie, but not a beret. And actually in the pile, another doll was wearing this top. So I exchanged it. Cotton Candy Kittens also immediately recognized it. Hey, isn't that the top to it? Yeah, so I think we were talking a lot of German. I don't know how I did it, like if I put a voiceover over it or if I just put subtitles. But yeah, and I had the pants and I also had the backpack. So I don't have the shoes, not the beanie, but she's kind of almost complete enough for me for displaying her like this. She is a doll of you know, the late 90s. So she is, well, technically, I don't know, in 1997, and was probably in stores in 1998. I don't know if you consider that already late, but for me it is late 90s in terms of Barbies, especially because she doesn't have the superstar face. She has already the Mackie face. That's a short short period of time when they hadn't gotten completely rid of the superstar face, because there were still adults Barbies coming out with the superstar face, but they also hadn't switched to the generation girl face yet. So it was a short period of time when they used the Mackie face on Playline dolls, and they had started to use like a little bit of a different screening for the eyes, and it's not as appealing to me. So I mean, maybe let's take off the head for a short minute here, but it is still pretty. And they had started giving Barbie these super straight bangs, which I don't really like. I like my fluffy, like, you know, bangs that are in a little curl. But she is still very pretty. She has super nice Kanekalon hair. A little bit darker and lighter, so some streaks are, you know, more like darker blonde. It's not cut or anything. This is the original length, so she wasn't a hair play doll. She, interestingly enough, has the body that's, you know, the 90s articulated body with the big feet. Although she's not, you know, like shown as to be a sporty Barbie or a, I don't know, gymnast or something like that. She is just cool blue Barbie. She came actually with, I mean, she technically is a hair play doll, because she came with something like, it looked like little lip gloss or something that she could put like streaks in her hair, blue. The line itself does not have a name, because there were also other dolls in this line. There was a Teresa, a Christy, and a Skipper. But the line itself doesn't really have a name. Maybe you could say cool color Barbies or something, but everyone has a different name. So the Christy is the Purple Panic Christy, then it's the Perfect Pink Teresa, this Extreme Green Skipper, and the Cool Blue Barbie. Barbie has most of her accessories in blue, also the beanie would be blue, but a little bit of green because her backpack is green. This doll totally reminds me of my friend Selina from Vintage Gaudi, because this was one of her childhood dolls, and she has a super sweet story where she was sick as a child, and her mom and sister, I think, decided to buy a doll for her because she was so sick, and then this was the doll that she then got and she played with and immediately felt better. So, and I think she still has her original one, but I never had her. I have these pants for the longest time. These are so cool. They are corduroy dungarees, so nice. There's a little crop top striped, and then a velvet backpack, a velvet mini backpack, and beanie. Technically I only now have a blue beret here. And she had different shoes that they looked more like, I think more like Converse. I don't have those. I have the Skipper shoes from this line, but they don't fit Barbie. So that's why I gave her just normal blue ones that fit this body type. I guess she was very modern and very like good for the time, because I mean, I love my Barbies in, you know, poofy princess dresses or like absolutely over the top party, like, or neon or whatever. But technically, this was a good thing for Barbie at the time, because they went more into what actually was wearable and fashionable at that point in time. So, cool blue Barbie, a nice addition finally to my collection. And this doll is also nice, but not an addition to my collection. I honestly mistook her for another doll. When I saw her, I thought she would be Nutcracker Barbie. I think I even said it in the video. I'm not super knowledgeable with the Barbie movie dolls of the early 2000s, because that was not my time. As I said, I got out of Barbie at that point in time here, so late 90s. So I've never watched any of these, and I don't know, I for whatever reason I assumed this is the Nutcracker Barbie, but it's not. It's still a movie Barbie, but she's actually from the 12 Dancing Princesses. Nutcracker would have been from 2001. I should have seen it, because the face screening looks not like an early 2000s Barbie. She looks more like a mid 2000s Barbie, because the 12 Dancing Princesses dolls are from 2006. So still, I mean, I didn't buy her for me or for someone specifically. I just bought her because she looked pretty complete, which is kind of makes sense, because this part you cannot take off. This has a gimmick in it, the skirt, and the top also has never been taken off because she's sewn into it. You would literally need to cut the sewing at the back to get her out, and then she also had the shoes. Yeah, she's a gimmick doll, and I really, as I said, just took her for like, okay, if I'm already buying this and this and this, I might just put in another doll into the mix and bring her to Toyplosion, because these movie dolls sold really well last year at Toyplosion, specifically to children. So, and she has a gimmick. Let's see if it works. I mean, first of all, let's look at her face. I curled her hair really nice. I think I gave her original hairstyle back. She has saran hair, really nice saran hair, but you know, saran hair doesn't hold the curl super well, so I put a lot of hairspray in it. The face, I don't like this face screening as much anymore. I mean, Generation Girl face, but you can make a nicer screening on a Generation Girl face, in my opinion. But yeah, that's very mid to late 2000s on this face. Shoes, ballerina shoes. Super glittery, super crazy embroidery here, super nice quality still. I mean, look at that. And then the sleeves, and I mean, it's really good. She has articulation here in the hands and has the ballet hands, because this was, I guess, still a movie with, well, the theming. I mean, they were dancing ballet and all of that. But the gimmick is this is a gimmick. There's some lights in the skirt, and then it turns around, and you activate it by pushing this little button. The batteries are in her legs. Oh, whoops, can you see that? There's one at the other side. You put one like AAA battery in her legs each, and then she works. I am happy that she is working, because this is something that, of course, when I'm selling and I want to give this to a child or something, or to a collector, but then it's always better if she works. So it is a weird thing, because she is not turning, just her skirt is turning. So I'm a little like, I don't know, it's a weird gimmick to me, but you know, I mean, this was maybe the start of the weird gimmick Barbies for many of the later Barbie movies, they did even weirder stuff. But I mean, she's still pretty. She is still one of the, I mean, I guess the 12 Dancing Princesses, this movie is still considered to be one of the earlier Barbie movies, the CGI movies. And she's a very nice quality. And now I've learned something, that this is not the Nutcracker Barbie. So I'm fine. It was a good pickup, I think, for the pony, the 2 dresses and the 2 dolls. I paid 13 euro because we were like 15 and I was like, I was hoping for 10, blah, blah, and I think we met in the middle like at 13 euro. So I'm fine with that.
Ich sag, ist das ein Star-Castle? Ja. Das ist schön. Das ist leider zerbrochen. Older Steffi Love, another Pocahontas, but I just left Pocahontas sisters yesterday. And some weird other ones. But this is a Barbie outfit. This is a complete Barbie fashion pack. But I have it. I don't have the pants, but... Unfortunately, it's broken, but it's really cute.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already, like I was in the beginning, if you've seen it, I'm wearing today also another Polly Pocket necklace, though I didn't find anything Polly Pocket this day, but something similar that I've personally also never found at the flea market. And that is, oopsie, something fell, a star castle. I wasn't even super sure if they were released here, but then also you can find them online here and there. I own one, also a small one, I think even a little bit smaller one, and I don't want to collect them. I don't want to go out and collect them because, like, where should I put them? They are really big. They are bigger than Polly Pockets, you know. They take up a lot of room. But they are like early 90s and they are glittery and cute. And how could I have left this? This was actually a seller where my friend Cotton Candy Kittens was already before, and she had picked up like 2 or 3 Barbies. Definitely she had picked up Jewel Hair Mermaid Barbie with long hair and all, so I missed out on that. I don't know if she picked up another doll, but she definitely also picked up this doll that later on in the train she was showing me her stuff, and I was like, oh, that's Ruffle Fun Barbie, and she was like, oh, Ruffle Fun? Let me Google that, because she's not super into Barbie, and she was like, oh, that's not the doll that I think it was, like, that she thought it was. So she was like, do you want to have her? Because then she didn't want to. I guess she was guessing it would be a different doll where she maybe had the fashions too or something. And I'm like, technically I also have her. I mean, I own Ruffle Fun Barbie for quite a while already, but I knew that I had a complete outfit again. I think have another one of the dress, but I have also the ruffle to it. So I was like, I can dress up this doll complete, and then maybe also bring her to Toy Blouten. So she gave her to me, and I dressed her up, and I might even keep this one and try to sell my other one because I did her hair so nice. It looks so good. I don't know, but yeah, I will give you some close-ups in a minute. And she was actually wearing this outfit. So let's first get to the Star Castle up close here. So, whoop. I just included the doll because it comes from the same seller. You didn't see it in the footage. The Star Castle cost me, I don't remember what it was, like €2 or was it €3 or something. It was really not expensive. I was still trying to negotiate it down because it was broken and there's no dolls at all, but I was honestly already happy enough. I guess my friend Cotton Candy Kittens didn't want to have it because she's left it the first time. Maybe because it is so broken, or because she already has it, or she also doesn't collect them. I also don't collect them, but they're so cute, I couldn't leave it. Star Castles were made by Trendmaster in 1995 and did run up until I think the late 90s, while in the early 2000s they even collaborated with Sky Dancers and made Star Castles where you could put Sky Dancers on it and blah blah blah. This is one of the very early series. So it's, I think, directly from 1995, and it's one of the, I think, 2 in the clouds ones. So it's always kind of castles, and they have a different theming to them, and then mostly they are released in a couple of different colorways. But you see, this one is like it's in the clouds. This is the yellow variant. There's another variant that's more pink or almost peach. I cannot even tell if it's really peach or if it's just discolored to peach. Here's nothing discolored, and it's caked in glitter, and the glitter is not coming off, which is really good. And yeah, you can open them up. Technically, you need a key. Of course, as I said, there's nothing that comes with this. You would put it in here and then turn it, but you can also open it up without that. It's just activating this. And as I said, it's broken. So this here, you can see it. This is broken off. It still displays nice, or I would also be able to display it more flat, like this, to the wall, or like in the back of a shelf maybe or something. I haven't really figured out where I'm gonna put this. This is the inside. It is similar to a Polly Pocket. That's why I was mentioning my Polly Pocket here. Maybe the idea, like they got the idea from Polly Pocket, because these also came with little dolls, similar to Polly Pocket. Not as cute in my opinion, a little weird. Sometimes also with, you know, animal people, or with also with animals, with a swan or whatever. And they are not really deep enough to really like stand the dolls on something. You probably couldn't lay a doll here because it's kind of not, like the way they're constructed is not so nice as Polly Pockets, but they're still super adorable. Some hidden like places here. I don't know, maybe a bird or something belongs behind the library. There's a secret room. You definitely could store dolls in there then. As well as here we have a little bit like an elevator, but the colors are so nice. I don't know, your little arch, then the little, I don't know what kitchen or whatever area, a little rainbow there, and behind these 2 birds there's also doors. Ta-da, they also pop open, and in the middle something is missing that could slide from back to the front here. I think maybe was it a chair or something, or throne, or I don't know. It is very sweet. You could still play with it really nice, though I mean it doesn't really compare to Polly Pockets, but from the outside it is so adorable that I would say, yeah, it's just something else than a Polly Pocket. Super adorable, and crazy. I've never found one at the flea market. And Ruffle Fun Barbie, she is one of my favorite Playline budget dolls from the mid-90s. Because you can see it, she is on the typical budget body with the straight arms, just, you know, like most of the beach dolls, etc. But she has earrings, so she's not a beach doll, she's a single release. She didn't come with a set of other friends or something, it was just Barbie. There's probably a black variant or something, but like not in Europe. And I've seen also that there's a variant that has like a different color of the dress, like purple, I think. But in this variant here with this is the most common one. She's either called Ruffle Fun, that's how I call her, or in Europe I think also Riviera Barbie. This is kind of what her hairstyle looked like, this little pink up to here and then open. She has not super long hair, but that's accurate. Oh, and I don't know, her hair turned out so nice. Her body is really good. There's nothing chewed off or anything. She was really dirty. She had so much, like, it really looked like mold on her, but it all came off. And she has really lovely typical mid-90s eyes, and I think she's always very easy to identify, because most often you find her with these earrings, but big earrings like this, and then on budget body, and then pink panties molded and painted on, and then you can be sure this is Ruffle Fun Barbie. So I might even keep her. I have to just like my other one's also in good condition, but like maybe the hair turned out better on this one, so the hairstyle. So maybe then I decide to sell my other one. I haven't really decided yet. But so nice of my friend to just like give me then this doll, because like she apparently thought it would be a different doll. This is the outfit that she came actually with. It is an original Barbie outfit. Honestly, I've forgotten to check what it's called. From which fashion pack, maybe I put it here. But it's something from the mid-90s. Something like Easy Living or something like that. So a 2-piece definitely belongs together. So little bonus, because I don't have this. I might have the top or the skirt. I don't think I have any of that. So a nice little bonus, And this is what she had in her hair. A cute little children's hair clip, though pretty rusty, and that also left rust marks in her hair. I was able to kind of, I think, get them out. There might be something still, but I mostly get rust off with acetone. And then when you know, curl the hair and blah, 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 you don't see it very much. It's not, and also I got most of it out. But yeah, I also should definitely clean this one off of the rust, and then maybe I can use it myself, though I'm not sure if I would use this one, I don't know. But it's cute, it's a children's hair clip from probably the 90s. And then I have something for you here that I haven't filmed at the flea market. It was just a seller with tons and tons of modern Barbies, modern playline Barbies, and fashions and shoes and blah, accessories and furniture and etc. I was digging already in the beginning of the flea market in this box, didn't film it, and also in the end, but then I decided to grab a couple of pieces because I think they said every fashion piece or accessory piece is 20 cents. So I was thinking like, oh, there is nothing vintage in there, but there might still be some nice pieces in there. So I grabbed a couple of things that I'm in love with, like these Barbie balloons. I picked up these roller blades here. I know they go to one of the pop reveal Barbies. This Barbie was also in the pile, but I'm not super in love with them. It's from the first wave of the pop reveals, the red-haired girl. I don't know, I don't need her, but I really like these these roller blades. So can probably use them at one point. This is a really lovely winter jacket, nice quality fur, and here these cuffs and all. It's not Barbie, I think it's a Steffi Love. Yeah, it has a Simba tag, so it's probably a Steffi Love piece, but I don't care because maybe I need this jacket at one point for a restyle or something. I really like it, so that's why I picked it. It's really nice constructed. I also picked another, like, I don't know what it technically is, but I would say a winter furry piece, maybe a stole or something, or you can put it in the hair. It's just very fluffy, pink and cute. You know, I love hats on my dolls, so I picked this purple beanie, and no, it's not from the Purple Panic Christie. This would look different. This is really knitted. I think it's also, does it also have a tag? Doesn't have a Simba tag. Made in China. I think it doesn't say anything on it. No, but I mean, it doesn't say Simba, but it also doesn't say Mattel, so I don't know where it comes from. But I love these hats. And then I found this, and this is interesting because doesn't this absolutely scream totally hair? This pattern, it must be from a Barbie or from a Skipper or whatever, modern, and it screams like totally hair, but just in a different colorway. Super cute piece. Maybe I need it at one point, but those were the pieces that I picked up there. And in the end, I think I paid €1, although it was maybe like 2, 5, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it would have been €1.20, but because it's everything is 20 cents, but I asked if €1 is okay, and she was absolutely fine. Then we left the flea market, and we had a little bit of time until the train was coming, because my friend wanted to show me her favorite flea market at Helmholtzplatz, which is a children's flea market, and it's never really advertised anywhere unless you know like where to look at a specific Facebook page that is somewhat like for children's flea markets or like whatever. She always knows when it's happening. And she had really found good stuff there before. She had found ponies, like every time she goes, she says she finds a very good vintage piece, like Care Bear, or like ponies multiple times, or other vintage toys. I don't remember, Barbies from the 70s or whatever. So I was really like, okay, yeah, please show me this flea market. I'm intrigued. But before that, she had actually brought something, and we exchanged. Like I gave her ponies for it, and she gave me these cool sweatshirts. So let's have a look. Okay, weirdly enough, I didn't meet Cotton Candy Kittens mostly the whole time I was at the flea market, but in the end now we met. There she is. And I have some ponies for her today, but she brought me some of these extremely awesome like vintage sweaters and t-shirts. Brace yourself, they are so good. So first of all, two that I'm not taking, although they are cute. This is a turtleneck, and then this dark pink one has a ballerina mouse on it. It's cute, but I'm pretty sure I would not wear this because of the color. It's kind of too dark. This berry pink, but just look at this. It's kind of the same that I'm wearing right now. Just I'm wearing it with teddy bears as a t-shirt, and this is with kitty cats as a long sleeve, and this is almost like a puffy print. It is so. And then look at this. This is I bet this was meant as an Easter pullover because it has these bunnies. It even has a like polo collar, and it is knit and sweat in one. Oh, I'm dying. And look at this. A birthday theme t-shirt. I even like the cut because it's something that you probably wouldn't see very much anymore. It's Cotton Candy Kitten said it looks like the birthday pony. It definitely does. not exactly the colors, but it's the vibe. And then two more. I can't believe it. Oh my god. This is also so cute with this bow and the little rhinestones. And I think this even looks like it's like sometimes the sleeves, but I'm pretty sure they should fit. This is maybe a little like stained, but look at these colors. Wonder World. Oh, I love them so much. Now let's get to the ponies. Oh, dare you! Only ponies. Die sind eingerollt ein bisschen. Ja. Das hat hier vorne ein bisschen
Yeah, that's not.
a little bit discolored.
It's so soft.
Sweet Bob!
You styled them also well.
Sugar Apple. Vorsicht. Weiter einnehmen. Ja, runternehmen.
I wanted it for so long, and they got up in prices over the last years.
Because this one I got like
it hurts in the eyes. I love it.
yeah. No, this one I got still for like what, 12 euro from the US or something a couple of years ago, and the other one was in a lot now, so that's why I have it twice. So this one I wasn't sure if you wanted it because you said you don't have any of them.
Yeah, I bought some a few years ago when I was at the very beginning of my collection years, and they all had a haircut, and it was all so rubbed off that I just I think gave them away for free because I was so frustrated.
Because this one still looks okay, but it doesn't really work. If you put it on the heating really like hot, then it still like shows.
Yeah.
It's not in the best condition, but it hasn't peeled off. So I don't know if you want it. So if you want it, you can have it. And this is like the best one.
It's all too much.
This is mint dreams. This was my grail for the longest time. This one is actually the first one I bought. I bought it for like I don't know how much from the US, but now I had it in another lot. Just so, and if you don't have it, I'm happy to give it to your collection. So you always give me so much stuff. So I mean,
too much.
no, it's not too much. Look at this. I think it's all fair. Sure, I could sell it or something at Toyplosion, but no, here I exactly know like into which collection it goes. So okay, I will not make it too long because I guess you could see like every piece of fashion already. Yes, I gave her double ponies that she was missing, which is kind of a rare thing. She mostly has always everything, but there were some like also American exclusive ponies that I had doubles of because I bought lots online, etc. And she was missing them, so they went happily into her collection. And she always gives me stuff and gifts and blah blah blah, and so I wanted to give her something, and some of these ponies were a little more like thought after, so at least I feel good that I could also at one point give her something. But yeah, she had again something for me, and you saw the sweaters. or like not all are sweaters, one is a t-shirt, but I'm already wearing one of them. This is like my favorite comfy one now. This is so comfortable. It's big. It has an 80s cut with pretty much very like a tight neckline, huge sleeves. I mean, it's probably for children, I would guess, because the sleeves are a little short, but not too short. They're still fine. I can live with that. It's just super comfy. And look at this, like, I love these colors. I think it also has something at the back, like a little embroidery. And I love it. It's I don't know, it's my favorite comfy one. And this is the one that I've worn the most since then. Although it is summer, but sometimes it's rather cold here. I've also worn this, the birthday, the birthday one. Super cute, like print that, of course, where is the pony? Where do I have her? Ah, here. Reminds us of this pony, though it's not the same colorway, but I mean, come on. They totally go together. This is really what, you know, like birthday patterns looked in the late 80s, early 90s. Though I have already worn this, the cut is not really super nice for me. I mean, it's interesting that it's like, you know, straight here. I mean, something like this would never be made, I guess, nowadays. But the cut is very tight fitting, which is okay, but it's not my favorite. And also the material isn't really nice. I mean, I don't think it has a tag anymore. And you always think that the older the pieces are, because these are all like vintage sweaters, the older the pieces are, the better still the material was. But I guess this is definitely polyester, and you sweat in it and you stink in it. That's not so nice. I will still wear it, maybe not in the hottest time of the season, but I mean, this is so beautiful. So the other pieces I have not worn yet, so I cannot tell you anything about that. But we have another pink one. You have seen that one with the shells. So this is also, it screams. This one screams more like 1995 to me, like something I would have worn like when I was in first or second grade, like definitely. These two are of course kind of my favorites. I haven't worn them yet, they're more warmer. But oh my god, this is really something that I saw thrifting in Japan. And I mean, these similar things. And I was like, oh, they're so expensive. I don't know, I could never. And now I have them because my friend Cotton Candy Giddens just had them. She, for a while, was also searching for these vintage sweaters, but she's not really wearing them, because it's not really her style. She's more, I don't know, she wears darker colors, but also a little more like 50s style. So I don't know, it's actually, she said they were just laying around and nobody was wearing them, and she was like, they fit better in your wardrobe because you will probably wear them. Yes, I will. And look at this, it's an Easter sweater. Oh my god. And even with this like color, and part of it is you know, knitted, and part of it is just sweat material. So like, I don't know how I can thank you for all of these amazing gifts all the time. And these are definitely something I will get use out of, and they will not just like wander into my collection. But then we arrived at the small little flea market there, and let's see what we found.
Wir haben davon schon zwei andere. Und die sind echt super cool. Das ist ja ganz
Nice.
Brauchst du den?
Ich habe fast keine, also wenn du den möchtest,
Ich
aber
hätte den sonst für eine Freundin mitgenommen. Aber
ich habe ganz wenige. Ich habe vielleicht 5 oder so, also ich habe kaum welche. Ah yeah, the first thing that my friend grabbed out of the box there, it's always, she finds stuff before me. I mean, I couldn't reach the box. There were too many people around, and she was already kneeling down. And she picked out the elf. She also likes elves. I don't think that she collects them at all, because she's more like really just vintage, and I'm always like, oh, I also like this and I also like this. But she at first said, oh, she also wants to pick them up for another one of her friends. But I also collect them, so she was like, if you don't have it, you can also have it. And so I paid for it €1 or 50 cents or something like that. I don't know. It was very inexpensive. And yeah, of course, I don't have it. I have a couple of Zelfs, and here and there I find them at flea markets, but that my collection is like a handful. That's my collection. I have like 5 or so. And there's so many, you don't even believe how many Zelfs there are. Zelfs were this toy line of these creatures that look a little bit like trolls because they have this troll hair and they have, you know, a small little creature body like trolls, but in their face, they have also insert eyes, but their faces look, of course, totally different. They're kind of the trolls of the 2010s. This one is from 2013. It's directly from the first wave of trolls. They were done by, I think they were done by Moose Toys. And this one's name is Little D. It's of course like a little fire guy with, you know, even a little devil. What's it called? Trident there. And it looks like his hair is like fires and flames, and it goes all over his body. So real cool addition to my little Zelf collection. As I said, I think he's on my 6th one or something, so not really a lot. But when I find them, I'm very happy. This time my friend found it, but then she gave it to me, and I felt like a loser again because I couldn't find it myself. But as I said, she was kneeling down. I couldn't reach the box as well, so that's why she grabbed it out. Thank you for that. Let's get back to the flea market.
Genau, kannst du so mitnehmen.
Das ist auf alle Fälle ein bisschen was anderes, ja.
Du kannst den auch hier.
Jurassic World? 2015. Ja, der erste Jurassic World Film. Reboot.
Kannst du 1 Euro rausziehen?
Reboot. Uncle Jack, Pinkie Pie. The rest looks to be Philly, I think. No, here's another Twilight. Oh, all reboot style, unfortunately.
Ich war vorhin beim Geldautomaten extra nach und dann normalerweise fragen die ja ganz genau, wie man es gestückelt haben möchte. Und das habe ich auch
I don't need them. I just bought these. Sorry, I forgot to film. I think, I don't know if I filmed it, but I picked up these Barbie boots. I'm not sure if these are really from the 90s, but they're the same mold from the 90s, and they were also released in this colorway in the 90s. For example, I know it from a Western Fun fashion pack that I actually have, and I'm missing these boots. So they could be belonging to Western Fun Fashions, the number 9950 from 1989, or they are from a different one. I don't know if the Western Fun Fashions ones are really this light purple, but they're really cute, and they're definitely original Barbie boots. If they're not from that time, they could be throughout the 90s or maybe even into the 2000s, but they're definitely very usable Barbie boots, and I think I got them for like 50 cents or €1 or something, I don't remember. I was first guessing that she just wanted to sell the whole little thing, but there was nothing else in it that I was interested in, so I just took these. Ah, der ist cool.
Ja, süß.
Ja, danke.
Tschüss.
Ja, Spaß damit. Danke.
Wenn wir hier fertig sind, okay? Oh mein Gott. Ja. Teen Skipper. Gosh, someone colored her hair.
Oh ja, das ist die Kreation meiner Tochter mit Heißkleber.
Ja, ich sehe schon. Das sieht fast irre aus, dieses. Aber ob man das wieder abkriegen wird, man es fast.
Heißkleber sollte man tun.
Ja, aber die Haarfarbe ist auch wahrscheinlich made à la Tochter.
Alles made à la Tochter. Hier ist noch ein Spiegel, ganz wichtig.
Ganz wichtig.
Passen die auch noch rein.
Ja, stimmt. Ups. Da kommen Puppen geflogen. Flying Dolls. Ach, der macht ja Geräusche. Ja,
der Frosch macht
witzig. Leitung.
Ja, und das sind so diverse Barbie.
Ja.
Die waren noch original von denen.
Was sind denn diese Blumenketten?
Fashion Avenue ist da drin.
Diese Ketten, diese Blumen, diese Ketten. Ach, dieses hier.
Nämlich die sind
gebrochen. Der Rest davon oben ist da. Schade.
Ich hab's ja schon mal, ich hab's ja schon doppelt. Ich habe letztes Mal auf der Tabloge verkauft schon. Das ist cute.
Habt ihr auch einen Stand?
Nee, das ist nochmal.
Vielen Dank.
Ja, nach dem Weglauf.
Ich habe ihn daran gemacht. Soll ich ihn geben?
Ja, weil dann kann ich das.
Ja, perfekt. Entschuldigung.
Macht nichts.
Die kosten 2 €.
Oh, das ist ein Kind so groß.
Ja.
Das ist süß.
Ich hätte sie jetzt viel älter eingeschätzt, ehrlicherweise. Bei 3.
Oder habe ich das? Warte mal, oder ist es der zweite Anzug?
Wir haben nämlich auch
Das ist der zweite Anzug.
Mir fehlt einer in der Mitte.
Ich glaube, das ist der zweite Anzug.
Naja, so warm wie es gerade ist, brauchen wir den auch gar nicht.
Ja, gerne.
Monster High. Frankie.
Viele sind doch oft.
Ich nehme es dir mal was ab. Das heißt jetzt nicht, dass es für dich ist. Für mich ist. Schwierig.
Mal kurz hier in den Deckel.
Ja, ich halte den Deckel auf.
Kannst du es auch da reinmachen?
Das ist nur das eine wieder. Vorhin habe ich auch eine Minifigur gesehen, da war ich mir aber sicher, das hast du schon.
Suchst du denn was Bestimmtes?
Die hier halt. Die von My Little Pony, die kleinen.
Ich glaube, My Little Pony habe ich. My Little Pony habe ich, glaube ich, nicht. Ich habe nur
so.
viele Pferdchen.
Ja, das meiste sind alles die Philly-Pferdchen, ja genau. Also mir ist es ja auch immer wurscht, aber...
Also, weil ganz ehrlich, ich habe auch immer den gemacht, weil der
And this is probably Bärenwald, so the German version of Sylvanian family, so calico critters. These from the 80s. Oh, Hammer.
Witzig. Irgendwas macht der, glaube ich, auch. Aber.
And now we're coming actually to the best find of this flea market. Yeah, I mean, I can already spoil it. No, this time, of course, as just like she wants to show me something, and of course, then we don't find such good things as she normally finds. We didn't find a pony, or we didn't find like 70s Barbies or like Polly Pockets or whatever. But technically, she is right, because this is an amazing 90s find. I'm not the biggest wrestler fan or collector. You know, wrestling is nothing that I was ever into. I had no idea that wrestling is existing when I was a child. I was always, like, when I first heard of wrestling, I was like, oh, that was probably not a thing here in Germany. But apparently it was. People knew all of those wrestlers and watched their matches and all of that. And these toys were out. This is one of the Hasbro wrestlers. I have a couple of them. The wrestling toys were first in the more mid or early mid 80s. Were made by LJN. Then a license went over to Hasbro in the late 80s and early 90s. And from that on, a lot of different other companies have picked up them. But these Hasbro wrestlers are definitely very collectible. Some of them look also really cool and funny and colorful, and those are of course the ones that appeal to me, not because I like wrestling, but because I like cool, funny looking, colorful action figures of that era. And honestly, I have 2 or 3. I think I have 3, and all of them that I have found before were ones that were not super desirable. They are when you look for them online, you can find them for 5 to maybe 15-ish euro. This is one that's a little more expensive. I didn't know that, because this is actually the the wrestler Ultimate Warrior. And he has always very colorful stuff on, so also the action figures, the first ones look very cool. Though this is not the first one that was released, he's from the series 3. And apparently I really looked like auctions online, and he goes more for like around 30 to 70 euro. And I got him for €1. At first I was just like, maybe I just take him with me, sell him at Toyplosion, but I actually really like him. If you squish the boots like this, then he's like, whir, 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 backhand and forehand. Ooh, ooh. I like his action feature. I like that he is so colorful and weird looking. And I guess I'm gonna keep him. Although I could maybe get like a little more money out of him. But I mean, I guess this is the cool vintage find this year, this time at this weekend at the flea market. Not a pony, but apparently a little more thought over, what would I want to say? Thought of wrestler. Yeah, I think we filmed a little bit more.
Mit den flauschigen Haaren. Oh, ja. Hand weg. Ja, die ist auch schön. Also die drei, das Rainbow Dash finde ich nicht ganz so schön. Nee, genau, das größer.
Die drei sind wirklich auch, das hat so Zöpfchen.
Ja, deswegen, das ist super niedlich.
Die sind alle drei sehr hübsch. Ich muss sie nehmen, bevor mein Kind das sieht.
Ich nehme sie nicht, I don't collect Plush Pony.
Ja, die hat sich total gefreut. Die war total so.
Ja, woran das wohl?
Hier ist niedlich, die so zur Seite guckt.
Budget. Cutie Reveal. Couple of cutie reveals.
Ja, sie ist immer so sehr beobachtet, bevor die Emotionen kommen.
Yes, danke.
Oh wow, I love them.
Ja.
They're so cool. No, I can't. Gucken, was wir hier haben.
Hier sind noch mehr drin.
Jemand, der sehr gut linkt.
Ah, well, 2000. Teresa. Ja, komm. Steffi Love. Brockers.
Das Pinke ist doch auch irgendwie von diesem coolen irgendwas.
Also als Cut, das ist die, nee, das ist die nicht, die hat ja eine andere Body, aber super Cut. Das ist, keine Ahnung.
Und da hinten war noch eine Barbie.
Ja.
Ja, also ich glaube, ich hätte sie schon gewollt, aber das sind halt
10 Euro?
ich hätte gerne 40 für die.
Oh. I had no idea they made My Little Pony collaborations for Barbie fashions. Oh my God! This used to be the original Superstar Barbie dress. Oh, this is so sad. And this is all cut. All of this is cut. Oh my God! Why did someone do this?
Idealerweise würde ich sie sozusagen im Set verkaufen.
This might also be Barbie. I don't know.
Die alle.
Also ich hätte schon gern noch 4 Euro. Bei den Wimmelbüchern, bei den großen hätte ich gern 4.
Not sure about this.
Noch 2.
It's all cut. It's all cut.
Er hatte halt damals auch diesen tanzenden Ken her, diesen aus den 70er und sonst was. Also, das ist schon ein schlechter Mal.
Euer? Wollt ihr denn das kleine Teil?
Ja, mach's gut. Ciao.
I do have it, but it's a European version of the G2 McDonald's bronies, and I'm not sure if Chad already has them, but I know he was searching for them. He said he would like to have them, so maybe if I send another package to Chad Marvelous for 50 cents, sure, why not?
But this was really the last thing that I picked up. Honestly, I've forgotten to style the hair. I usually do that, but with this one I kind of just washed it, but I should have done my, you know, hair straightener treatment on this pony, because polypropylene hair. This is a G2 McDonald's pony. I own this one. I'm not sure, mine might have cut hair, then maybe this goes into my collection, but technically I picked it up thinking about Chad Marvelous, because he, of course, he's a big pony collector, same as I am, and in terms of McDonald's ponies, he likes the G3 ones and the G2 ones, and this is a set of G2 McDonald's ponies that was only released in Europe. So he cannot find them over there, and he has sometimes said that he would be interested in those, so I was like, if it's cheap enough, and yeah, it was cheap enough, it was 50 cents, I can pick it up. I can make the hair look nicer again, and a little bit, the eye gems are a little bit scuffed off, but other than that, it's in a nice condition. It's missing, of course, the playset thing that came with it. These G2 McDonald's ponies, they are from 1997. As I said, the European set, they came with pretty big, like, playset parts, and this is a Sweetberry. She came with this heart-shaped box with a pony picture on it, which those were really, really good, you know, McDonald's playsets and ponies and all. She even has a symbol on both sides. Not even Hasbro is doing it since the 2000s, honestly. So, and as I said, she even has like the gems kind of sculpted in her eyes, though they're a little scratched, so, but not bad. I mean, something like this, of course, reveals, well, it's a McDonald's toy, not the best quality, and as I said, polypropylene hair, but not too bad. I could manage that. So honestly, I think my own one that I have of this has cut hair, so I don't know, but they're not super rare to find over here, so I guess I will find more for Chad Marvelous. Yeah, that's it. So this flea market, the Helmholtzplatz flea market, did not disappoint, honestly. Though, of course, there was not a super grail pony found to be made or anything. But it was still super fun. Honestly, I went to 2 more flea markets after that, but there was nothing that I found there, and I was also not even filming. So that's why we're stopping here. These other 2 flea markets I could have just... But I was already in the area, so I went there. Whatever. If you like this video, don't forget, you can give my videos easy. The easiest thing is give them a thumbs up. That already helps out my channel. You can comment down below if there's anything you want to tell me about these toys, about my finds, something that I couldn't identify or identified wrong, or if you have something similar, if you had something like this in your childhood, whatever. I really like to read your comments, though I cannot always answer everybody's comments. I hope that's fine. So can you even see all of that? And if you're new to the channel and you're like, that's interesting, she goes to flea markets and she finds all sorts of, you know, like nostalgic toys and is talking about My Little Pony and Barbie and all of that, then maybe you want to hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos and you're not so often directly on YouTube, then it definitely makes sense to also push the notification bell, because then you get an extra notification when a new video goes up. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye!